What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. This is Light here, and today we're going to be talking about how to make money with Reddit. And there's basically three different methodologies to go with this. One is obviously having a business or a service, and there's different types of places where you can share your products, or maybe you have written some type of an article on your website that is selling stuff, and you can link that into, a certain subreddit. There's multitude of different niches inside Reddit, and you can actually find quite a lot of them in this website called redditlist.com to, cater into your needs. Now, then there are obviously people who are posting different types of art. So maybe you're doing, digital art, maybe doing photography, or maybe cosplay, or maybe even OnlyFans. And there's obviously different types of subreddits where you can post that type of stuff. Like, so for example, we have Star Wars here, and somebody had posted out a picture. And sometimes in certain subreddits, you're not able to basically link directly into your artist profile on an external website, but sometimes you can just add a watermark into your art, which includes your website or a QR code basically, which makes people, they may save it on their computer, and later on they will see, the link here, and they will type it in their browser. So there's kind of like many clever ways to do that. And obviously the third way is to use the cryptocurrency subreddit, and by posting here and getting karma, you can make moons, which is basically the native token of the Reddit platform, which is going to be extended into other subreddits in the future. And obviously, if you're not really into crypto or don't know much about crypto, the chances are you're not exactly going to be making a lot of moons. So this may not be for everybody. And this is something that I might probably talk about on my main crypto channel on later on. So check that channel out in case you're not familiar with it. And then there's obviously these Reddit avatars, which can also be sold, which are essentially like NFTs. I wouldn't say that there's that much money in this. There's a couple of like really rare ones out there, and you might find out like some old Reddit accounts that you may have, which are basically eligible to claim out some of these old collections that exist there. But this is kind of like a very hazardous, and I wouldn't say that this is like super effective. Now, one of the most the way I have made money with Reddit is through affiliate links. And this is basically the most easiest thing, because in case you don't have your business, you don't have a service, you don't have artistic talent or something, but maybe you are good at marketing. Maybe you're able to use the Reddit list and find out certain types of like very niche subreddits where you're basically able to shill different types of affiliate links on. And obviously there's a multitude of different places where you can get different affiliate links for. And one of the good niches that I have personally had success with is with gaming ones. So to name two, for example, for this argument, we have like Kingwin, and this is basically like selling out digital games. They also have like Windows keys and Microsoft Office and some other like niche stuff, but mostly like 99% of the stuff that they're selling are game keys. Now, in Reddit, you have a lot of like restrictions per subreddit where you can exactly post, and there's a lot of like rules regarding like your post might get deleted and stuff like that, and that's very normal. And then there's like the shadow bannings, which are like absolutely autistic. That is like understandable, but there's actually, so I would probably like put it into three tiers. There's three tiers of subreddits. There's like the very large ones, which have heavy moderation. Then you have mid-sized subreddits, maybe 10,000 to 50,000. And then you have like really small ones, like maybe 1,000 or something, which are basically near worthless, I would say. Anything with sub 1,000, because not all of those members are obviously going to be active. So you're going to want to really target those mid-sized subreddits, because most of like game franchises, whatever is like Resident Evil, for example, or Age of Wonders, or all of these like games that are basically here, like Jedi Survivor, all of these games might have a specific subreddit, and those are exactly on the niche that you're wanting to, and also they are exactly on the size, and in the size in terms of like they don't really have a lot of like rulings in terms of like posting sales. So every time that there's a sale in Kingwin or Fanatical, which is another, there are a couple of these gaming websites out there. Some of them might be banned, but Kinguin and Fanatical are actually like whitelisted, so to speak. Basically, there's a lot of like different types of deals going on, different types of games that are on sale. Like these two sites especially have all the time certain types of sales, and you can post to the subreddit and say, hey, this game is actually right now on 10% discount sale, and a lot of people are going to be picking that out. And especially if there's like DLC on sale, because some of the people may not have certain types of DLC, and you want to really target on like franchises as well, maybe because like if it's like a brand new game and there's only one game in the entry, most people probably on that subreddit already own the game. So you really want to think about something of like a franchise like Dead Island, for example. And here we have the subreddit, and it has 15,000 people, which is roughly a good sum of people. And you can create a post, and you can see that links are actually available here, and you're able to post links. And this is like very simple, right? So you post your affiliate URL, and then you put a title like, oh, Dead Island 2 is on sale, and you maybe even like, maybe don't say the actual place where it's on sale, and people will click the link and they will get into that. And probably some of them are going to be, the conversion rates are actually pretty good. And then there's like Hogwarts Legacy, which was another one in the sale. This one has a bit more of the people, but I probably assume that in here you also can able to basically post out these sale links. Now, here's a couple of like examples of like sales that I have done. I used to use this methodology in the past. So, for example, there were days like, for example, on March 12th, I made like 5 different sales on from one certain subreddit here. And, you know, the conversions were different because it was like a more cheaper game. And there's obviously like games that are more expensive, and obviously there's going to be different conversion rates to everything. But basically, like, there are ways to make money here very simply using these affiliate links. Now, the question obviously is, well, I'm going to be posting it. I have 0 karma and I have 0 upvotes. How can I deal with that? Now, there's 2 different really good services out there. One is Media Mister, which we're probably going to be talking about in this channel later on also, because this is basically a place where you can buy votes, upvotes, likes, followers, blah, 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 many different things on many different media platforms, like basically everywhere. And one of the things you can do here is to buy Reddit upvotes for your posts. Now, delivery dates are very important, so I talked about like big subreddits. Big subreddits have a lot more posts, so you get drowned out a lot more frequently, so you need to get the upvotes within an hour or something. So 1 to 2 days may not be very feasible if you're going to be like, you know, in a very high traffic subreddit. In some other subreddits, it's going to be less important to get them on rightly on the hour. And you basically post your URL, and basically you get a rate, so different, you know, upvotes have different costs. On this place, you can also buy Reddit followers. So if you're building a subreddit, there isn't exactly like a big market on selling subreddits. It's, by the way, against terms of service probably. And so is buying upvotes, by the way. But the thing is, Reddit doesn't really IP ban you. It doesn't really do a lot of things to basically keep you out of their website. You get banned and maybe your account gets shadow banned or something like that. You just create a new one. Like, that's just simple it is. And maybe you use a different IP through a VPN service or something like that. And that's like a one way to go through it. Make sure you're just going to be verifying your email, because that's very important. And then you want to maybe get some karma. And you can buy subscribers, upvotes, and followers, and etc. So that's not one service. But I also want to add another alternative from SEO Clerks. So SEO Clerks has a lot of different types of Reddit services. And subreddit readers here, like for $1, you get 100 followers to your basically onto your subreddit. That can be very important when you're building out something, and it's a very much of being power being an admin on certain subreddit, because you can basically allow your own links to be approved on that subreddit, or basically pin a certain type of post which has all of your affiliate links, for example, or your own website or something. So there's actually a lot of power of being in charge of a subreddit and building that up. And there's a lot of guest posts, but let's actually search here. And this is like a really good website that I've recommended a lot of the times, and it's just like, because it's so affordable, people are like able to offer like services like sub $1, well, at $1. Okay, let's actually refresh. Okay, there we go. So here, for example, 25 upvotes for $1, 40 upvotes for $11, post or your link on with 15 upvotes. So some people may be allowing to use their accounts to basically post, and 200 upvotes for $8. And there's different types of people who are selling upvotes, and I don't know if they're actually selling accounts here. Accounts are not really that important in my opinion, because I think you just can like create your own and then just buy karma into it. And there are some ChatGPT responses on some big subreddits will get you. You just say what people are basically wanting to you. And there's a lot of like backlinks that you can get from Reddit, which are very highly valued. There are a lot of like money making methods in this Reddit, but this is kind of like the methodology that I would recommend to you to use. Find out an affiliate program on a certain niche that has a lot of subreddits, unless that one subreddit allows you to keep posting constantly. This is why games are really good, because there's so many different gaming subreddits out there, and the bans are never global, they are subreddit specific. And then, whatever you have a business or something, you make posts and you just buy upvotes, because if you're selling something really good, making conversions or making the money back on the cost of the upvotes is actually quite easy. As I showed on the methodology with these fanatical links, is that I paid probably $2 for the upvotes, and I got multiple sales here which covered out the cost of those upvotes. So there are many ways to make money with Reddit, and it's definitely a tool you want to use, whatever niche you are doing. And obviously, stay tuned for more videos on the channel, and we're going to be looking into, different ways to make money on the internet, basically on all these types of different passive income hustles and platforms and, ideas. And stay tuned for more, and make sure to subscribe and hit that bell button. See you later, guys. Cheers.